What's up, guys? So Andy checking in real quick. Wanted to give an update. This will be the second time I recorded it because the first time I recorded it, Zoom was synced to a microphone that is no longer here with me right now because we're at the crypto mansion. So been having some fun here. Woke up this morning, caught some nasty trades in a good way. Profit for the day was $5,334.50 minus fees and everything. So we took home $5,302.10 on the father-son account, which brings us to a total value, a balance of $69,127.62 with equity of $69,077.34. We're still holding the XRP buys that we were in, so having some fun with that. But nonetheless, I want to talk about today's trade. So here at the crypto mansion, I decided to trade with everyone this morning. As you guys can see, we did have some buys. Let's see, in here, at the wrong lot size, because last night when I was trading, I had scaled into some positions yesterday evening. And when I buy in at say, 0.20, 0.30, which is $20 a pip, $30 a pip, as I'm scaling in and buying more and more and stacking, I lower those lot sizes and I was down to a 0.02 was my last entry. Well, what sucked was I forgot to change that. So we were looking at the simple swing high, swing low. So your swing high, swing lows, we get that swing high. We're looking at a trend line like this. And boom, we pulled the trigger. We got in right here and wrote it up. And then I realized my lot size. That had been almost a $2,000 trade. And once I realized it, I got mad at myself for not looking, up here to seeing what lot sizes I was in, and went ahead and just closed out the trade altogether and said, you know what, forget it. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and start looking for sells because we've got news coming today. We had the news this morning. We got a nice little pump, but more than likely we're going to fall based on what we've seen. So looking to fall, we had these zones mapped out here. So we had our swing high, another swing high, and our trend line. So originally the trend line actually looked like that, looking at these wicks and then this big jump that we had here. And then I started thinking about, we'll just keep an eye on and see what happens. Well, based on these zones that we had to the left, as you can see, price did break trend, but it didn't break the zone. So I was like, we'll see what happens. Price started, going back up. So when it did, we just took this trend line and went ahead and moved it like that. So at this point now, I know, okay, this was a bounce. Now we've got this zone. This zone actually lines up with our trend line. As you can see, we got in the sells here at 34,893, which is 34,893, which was right there. Pulled the trigger a little late. I mean, that 1 minute candle blasted through. And then we had the other sell here at 34,905, which was supposed to also be changed. And I didn't because I was in the moment, which was right in here. So again, super good entries. Started, on the way down, TP1 and TP2. We were going in here and saying, okay, now let's close out half. So I closed out half of it and then let it run. And then from letting it run, went ahead and closed out the other half. So we got down to a 0.05. And right about probably 15, 20 minutes ago, I ended up closing that one out just because it's like, why not? It's solid day. No one's complaining about $5,000. I started trading at around 8 o'clock. And 8 o'clock, 8:15, stopped around 10:15, 10:30, started hanging out, ate breakfast. So we got about 2.5 hours in trading altogether today. So I'm not mad about that day at all. Like I said, it's just super good day. So with that being said, one thing I was looking for, and I'll go into the confluence of events, was the 200, the 14 and 50 being above my trend line, with the 14 and 50 breaking that 200, slamming down through the trend line and breaking both zones. So with that confluence of events, I knew this is exactly where we're going. So entering this sell into these zones up here, then my stop loss was at this swing high. And here's where I should have entered it, which was a 79 pip stop loss and a 102 pip stop loss. So it wasn't risking much for obviously what we won today. Super good trade. So as you see, I do have some dots that I'm able to connect here. So if I'm looking for entries, we're looking for this right here. So we got those two dots, boom. So if price breaks both of these trend lines, then you would write it up to there, which is the 34,700, and then there, which is the 34,790, and that would be your TP1 and your 2 if you're looking for buys. I'm personally not looking for anything. I do have it marked up, but I'm not looking for anything. After days where I've gotten in, I've profited 5K. It's not a massive day, but it's still a good day. We finally got the account, super close to $70,000. I'm extremely happy with that. So now I chill. We've got about 15 to 20 people up here at the crypto mansion where we're doing our education. We're doing our live trading, things like that with everyone. Just going to focus on them and have some fun tonight. And then we'll get up in the morning and do the same thing and see what kind of day we have then. So if you want to know how a lot of people message me about the swing high, swing low template you know, how to use it, why I use it, how do I get it, all the good stuff, I'm going to drop a link below with my Discord. This link will be open for 24 hours. So be sure to click this link to join our Discord. Come and hang out with us. You can see how I trade. You see everyone else's trades that they mark up. It's a really good group of people and we have a ton of fun. So yeah, that's it. It was a very simple markup. And let's see, from our break, which we've been there to current position, we're set at 394 pips on the day for that one. And then I also want to go back over here and look at this because if you remember, we took the initial trades last week on 30-minute, which was boom, that one. We had another 30-minute there, boom, that one. We had another 30-minute there. But the big thing is the connecting the dots on the 1 hour. So when we zoom out at that 1 hour, we literally were doing this right here. We had those 2 dots. And the reason that I chose these 2 dots and not this is because your trend line would look like that. And I didn't choose that one because we had already caught the dip on that push and it had bounced. And then we had a wick and a wick. So I knew by having the connect the dots, which was here and having that wick come down, that signified a bounce that this trend was valid, especially on the 1 hour. And exactly what we were looking for was the break right there. We caught this run. I think we ended up closing out at 35.074. So we closed out right into this zone there and then waited for additional entries and found that last week. So, I mean, at the beginning of, you know, obviously yesterday and the end of last week. So this is what brought the account value where it's at, because at this point in time, it was around, I think 61,000. So we brought it up $8,000 in 2.5 trading days, which isn't bad. So by just connecting these dots, waiting for that break, there was your entry. If you were still holding that, which is 775 pips, 0 drawdown, 0 retracement, it did not touch it, you're good to go. But like I said, trading the way that I'm trying to teach my son how to trade and the way we're looking at these trades together is, you know, scale it down that 30-minute, 1 minute, find that entry, take it, take your profit off the table. You're not trying to hit a home run. You're not trying to make that massive trade. This right here would have been an amazing trade to hold, but I'm trying to teach him how he can get in and out, make that money, and just enjoy his day. So this right here, though, would have been an amazing trade. Caught it, but more on a smaller scale, and it's rocking and rolling. If you were trading this on the hour with connect the dots, you did have that dot there. And then the next thing that you have are the swing high, swing lows. So as soon as you see the swing high, you just do the same thing. You find it comes down, it bounces, it bounces, it bounces. And all you want to do is try to find a way to get that same, trajectory that I can't talk, can I? And I've not even had caffeine today, that when you take that trend line and do that, it makes sense. So literally, boom, there you go. It bounce, 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 bounce. As soon as you see those bounces, that sets up the structure that you need for this trade. You are going to have to wait some time. On this one, you waited, 12 hours before it dropped, and then it dropped, and boom, you caught it, got that swing low. You're getting out of the trade, calling it a day. And then when you can take the same trend line, and when you get there, you just go boom, and then you just wait for that massive dip, and there she goes, because you need that swing high. Remember, you got to have that swing high, and that swing high pushes, and you've got all of your MAs and everything moving, and then you caught that move. So pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Hope to see you guys on the Discord. I hope everyone has an amazing day. Any questions you have, throw it in the comments. I'll get back to you. And again, enjoy this day, enjoy this week. Let's have some fun.